Hello, horn players. So we're looking at page 19 and 19A. Now we're going to start with lines 51 and 52. If you take a look, you have a new note, F sharp, which is actually going to be played with 2, just 2. So F sharp is a little bit higher than F, but a little bit lower than G. So taking a look at this, we're actually going to start out on 19A this time to help work on that new note. Okay, so looking at 51, starts out on G, then it goes to F sharp, then it goes down to E, then back up to F sharp. So it's pretty easy. Now, F sharp is a fun key signature, except for the fact that you have to remember, oh yeah, that means if I have an F sharp in that key signature, that makes the B's normal. So that switches the B back to 2. Okay, all right, so line 51, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I have a question. So my question to you is this. The fifth measure and the 7th measure both have F sharps at the beginning of the measure, but then they have another F later on in that measure. Does that F sharp apply to all of the F's in that measure or just the first one? Stop and think about it. If you need to rewind and watch what I did to help you with an answer, go ahead and do that. All right, the answer is it applies to the whole measure. But after that measure line, it goes back to normal. It's like a restart button, okay? All right, so in the measure where there's an accidental, that drawn in sharp or flat sticks for that whole measure. It's stuck like glue to that measure, and then it just gets erased after that. Okay, go on to Ukrainian folk dance. This is still 19A. Okay. Starting on that good G again. Now there is an F sharp in the key signature, so make sure you have all of your F's circled to remember to play it with 2 this time. Okay. Time signature is 2/4, so I will give you 2 counts. 1, 2. There was something different in that one that I didn't talk about yet. Now, if you were carefully listening, you probably caught it. There's almost all quarter notes and half notes, which you know about, but then in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th measure, there's something, a little dot underneath some of those notes. That means that you need to play those notes very light, short. Those are called a staccato. It's kind of like you're poking someone. Poke, poke, poke. And if you go back and listen, it sounds like I'm poking someone with my sound. It's kind of fun. Okay, that is a new type of articulation that you have to be very careful about. So you have regular notes, you have slurs, and you have staccato notes now. There's 3 ways of playing a note that you know about now. It's gonna get fun and challenging. All right, so that is for 19A. Let's go back over to the regular 19. So it changes a little bit. We're going to deal with B naturals now. Still working with the 2 instead of 1. Okay, line 51 on page 19. 1, 2, 3, 4. It gets down to that nice warm low A. Make sure when you get down there you don't run out of breath, kind of like I did. If you need to take a breath, take a breath and then restart that note. Make sure that we're working on holding those notes out though. It's really important to make sure that we've got a good low range. Okay, going on to line 52, this still works with B natural because if you look at the key signatures, there are no sharps and no flats, which is kind of rare for a French horn, but it's nice right now. Okay, so B natural, meaning you have to play it with 2, and then also it goes down to a low G. If you haven't checked, go in the back of the book, make sure you remember how to play low G. All right, also there are those staccato notes, so really focus on trying to play those lower notes short. It gets a little bit more challenging down there. Okay, here we go. Line 52. 1, 2. Okay, sounds kind of harsh down there. And it's also a challenge to switch from the middle C, which you know, down to that low G. That's kind of hard. So I know that, and I know that I struggle with that sometimes. So I'm going to take just those 2 notes and work on just those 2 notes. If you want to do that with me, please go right ahead. Otherwise, this video is done and you may go on to the next one. But I'm going to work on the C down to the low G. Here we go. C. Now I'm going to do low G, and I actually take it off my mouth to make sure that I'm resetting like I need to. C. Okay, now I'm not going to take it off this time. I almost make a frowny face. It's kind of fun watching my face while I do this. If you get the chance, you should do the same thing. I bet you make a frowny face too. All right, I hope you have a good time playing with this video, and I will see you around for the next one. Bye!